So it's that time. You are ready to help your kids establish their bank accounts. You may either have young minor children, you're looking to put some savings up for them in the long term, or you have middle-aged to slightly older teenage children who are looking, getting into their own finances, and you want to help them establish accounts so they can start learning how to do their banking. Well, we're going to cover that in today's video. I'm going to teach you where to find the proper institution to do this, what you're going to need, what you can expect, what the benefits are. This is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity, helping you create your personal financial blueprint for prosperity. I want you guys to take a second to support the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I'm dropping videos daily, if not multiple times a week. I'm looking to create stronger individuals with this content, so stronger individuals can create stronger households, and stronger households can create stronger communities. So I thank y'all for your support, and let's get started. So it's that time. You're looking to establish a bank account for your child. We'll start out with the concept for your minor children, and then we'll work our way up as your children get of age, closer to their teenage years, we'll see. So if you're looking to establish a bank account, a savings account in particular for your minor child. And we're also going to quickly cover if your child's receiving some kind of Social Security benefits. We'll quickly cover that as well. The first thing you want to do is start with your own institution. Do a little research to find out if they offer, which the vast majority of banks and credit unions do offer this, minor savings accounts. They're usually deemed by state. So basically it's going to be minor savings account or minor uniform transfer account. So it's going to be like your state name and then that acronym MUTA. So most institutions offer this. What you want to do is make sure your bank does. Once you decide that you do your research and you realize that they offer it, then you want to start preparing the documentation that you're going to need to get the account open, because honestly speaking, those accounts are pretty fixed. The only significant difference or options that are going to be available with that account is going to be the type of savings. And that's usually predicated on the balance that you're going to be maintaining in that savings account. So if you're going to have kind of a lower minimal balance, then they're probably going to establish an account that's going to be the baseline savings. If you're going to have a decent, maybe upper 4 to 5 figure balance, then they're going to start offering you a higher yielding savings account that will pay you more interest. Structurally, they're going to be the same. Your withdrawal limits and different regulations around the account are going to be pretty much the same. So there's not a lot going on there. But you do need to have proper documentation for yourself, which usually is going to be 2 forms of ID. Government issued IDs that are not expired from state or federal levels, supporting documentation, utility bills, bank statements, employer pay stubs or letters. If you're military and have IDs there, some other supporting documentation verifying your identity. And then you're going to need IDs for your children. If they are minors, then pretty much the only 2 options you're going to have is their Social Security card and their birth certificate. If you are a foreigner or you are immigrant and you're watching this video because you're looking to set up for your children, you're going to still need the same documentation. You're going to need your own documentation, which typically is going to be still some kind of government issued identification from your home country or the United States, and supporting documentation, verification. If you're US born, then it's pretty straightforward. Your standard state or federal IDs and verification and supporting documentation. You are going to want to make sure that you're in financial position to support this account long term if this is for a minor, because this is a great opportunity for your child to get their name into the banking sphere early. And this is going to benefit them when they grow up and get a little older and start having their own personal finances. They'll already be in the system and have generated a banking background. And that is tracked. For many of you who may not know, there are places like bureaus like ChexSystems that are keeping banking data. Banks internally keep this data, and it is accessible whether you believe it or not. Banking data is also going to start getting incorporated into credit scores. This is something I'm going to talk about in depth in a later video, but it is something that I'm going to touch on right now, because if you can start helping your child to establish healthy finances before they even have their own finances by opening a minor savings account for them, you're going to be giving them a major advantage on their finances and their credit. So start with your own institution. If your own institution by chance doesn't offer it, or you're just not comfortable having that under one roof, then you're going to want to branch out to a convenient location that is easy to access for you and is going to have the right features and benefits that you're looking for. You're going to want to bring the proper documentation. So you're going to need 2 forms of ID, most likely for yourself and for your child, or the child that you're have guardianship over. And you're going to want to understand that there are going to be limitations to that savings account. In most cases, that child will not be able to access that money themselves until they hit age of majority based on the state. So that money is going to be in your private care until they get old enough to be able to take it on themselves. Usually, you're going to only be able to have one guardian or parent on that account. In most cases, they're not going to allow for multiple different owners on that account. So that's also something important to know. The benefits of the account, like I said, this is going to get your child into the banking ecosystem and allow them to start establishing a good name for themselves, on top of the fact that you're storing capital for them when they get older and they're going to need it. You also are going to want to understand the balances you plan to maintain in that account, so you can know what type of savings account you're going to be put in and get the highest earning interest and benefits on that account. So I know this information was valuable for you. I enjoyed bringing it to you. Leave a comment down below if you need more details and you need me to explain something in greater detail. I'd love to do another video if a part 2 is needed. I want you guys to stay tuned, stay focused, stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon.